Hello and welcome to class 9th, subject English, book Moments, chapter 10, The Beggar, part 2nd. I have already uploaded the first part. I hope you have understood the first part of this chapter in which we have discussed about advocate Sergei and the beggar Lashkov, in which Advocate Sergei had caught the beggar while telling lie, and he offered him a work to cut or chop the woods at his house. And there the maid, he was handed over to the maid to take care of the work what he was doing. Now let's start the second part. When Sergei moved into another house, he hired him to help in the packing and hauling of the furniture. This time the waif was sober, gloomy, and silent. He hardly touched the furniture and walked behind the wagons, hanging his head, not even making a pretense of appearing busy. As you know, students, Sergei was work thief. Okay, so he didn't like to work. As he was given many types of works at the place of Sergei, so the beggar was work thief, and Sergei had given him many works at his house, as we have discussed in the previous video, that are cleaning of the rags, mattresses, keeping the woods in a disciplined manner, and cleaning up the snow. Such type of works were given at the house of the Sergei. Then what happened? Then that person, the Lashkov, was hired by Sergei to help him out in packing and hauling the furnitures, because he was moving and shifting to the another place, leaving this house. This time the waif was sober, means this time the person was a little bit sober and having no problem or no any emotion to do work. Okay, hauling here means carrying or transport. Sober means claim or serious, not drunk. Gloomy means sad. Pretense means excuse. Okay, so this time what happened, that when Sergei called him or hired him for packing or hauling the furniture, transporting the furniture to the other place. Okay, this time the waif was sober. This time the Lashkov was sober. Sober here means very calm and serious. And gloomy means sad, because he was leaving that place, means Sergei was leaving that place. And this time he hardly touched the furniture. He was too silent and he didn't touch any furniture, as he was called for that only, and walked behind the wagons. Wagons were the people who was called up for the transporting of the furnitures only, and he was just moving behind them. Then what happened? He walked behind the wagons, hanging his head. Hanging his head means he was sad, so his head was down, not even making a pretense of appearing busy. Means he was not pretending as if he was busy. Means he was not doing drama also of being busy. He was just roaming behind the wagons. He only shivered in the cold and became embarrassed when the carters jeered at him for his idleness. Okay, so he was shivering because of the cold, and he was embarrassed. He was ashamed and feeling ashamed when the wagons were making laugh of him. Okay, and jeered at him for his idleness. Why they were making laugh of him? Because he was just roaming around without doing any work. His feebleness and his tattered means worn out. and because of his appearance, fancy coat, and he was wearing a fancy coat and which he was not doing any work. After the moving was over, Sergei sent for him. Then everything was over, means the transport of the furniture to the vehicle whatsoever was present there, the furnitures were kept in that, and after that Sergei called him. Well, I am happy that my words have taken effect, he said, handing him a ruble. Here's for you your pains. I see you are sober and have no objection to work. What is your name? Then he replied, Lashkov. Then what happened? These are the words of Sergei, in which he is saying that he was happy to see that he was good at work. Rather, he was not doing any work, but then also what the Sergei noticed that he is good enough in doing work, and now he has been changed. Here's for your pains, means for the pains what he has he was having, for that only. I see you are sober, means he's saying that he has now changed. He had no objection of doing any work. So because of that, he was very impressed, and he asked the name of the beggar. Then he replied that his name is Lashkov. Then again Sergei said, well, Lashkov, I can now offer you some other cleaner employment. Can you write? So Sergei is offering new job to Lashkov after asking that can he read and write. Then Lashkov said, yes, I can. Then take this letter to a friend of mine tomorrow, and you will be given some copying to do. Work hard, don't drink, and remember what I have said to you. Goodbye. Then while the Sergei was leaving that house, at that moment he just gave him a ruble and a letter to friend, in which he had an appointment for Lashkov that he will join that job, and he blessed him and make him understood or suggested him to do the job nicely with a hard work and without drinking, and remember his words. He asked him to remember his words, and after that he leave that place. Pleased at having put a man on the right path, Sergei tapped Lashkov kindly on the shoulder and even gave him his hand of parting. Lashkov took the letter, and from that day forth came no more to the yard for work. Now, pleased at having put a man on the right path means Sergei was happy by pleased a man on the right path, means by showing a right path to a man, that is a beggar whose name was Lashkov. He was very happy. Lashkov kindly on the shoulder means he just tapped. Tapped means shabashi dena. He just tapped on the shoulder of the Lashkov and even gave him some hands at parting. Then Lashkov took the letter, and from that day he never seen there. He never came to that yard. Then what happened? 2 years went by. Then one evening, as Sergei was standing at the ticket window of the theater paying for his seat, he noticed a little man beside him with a coat collar of curly fur and a worn sealskin cap. This little individual timidly asked the ticket seller for a seat in the gallery and paid for it in copper coins. Then what happened, students? 2 years went after when the Sergei has handed over that letter to Lashkov, and Lashkov had went to that place for the job, and then one day what happened? And they were standing on the theater window where they were having tickets for the movie. Then Sergei noticed a little man beside him with a coat collar, means coat collar having curly fur on that, with a sealed silken cap it was carrying, means the person was worn, and this dressing sense was worn by the rich people, people who are good with money. Okay, so this appearance was there where the Sergei was standing, and then this little individual timidly asked the ticket seller to seat in the gallery. Means gallery seat is little bit expensive from the other seats. Okay, students, so that is why the Sergei was noticing all those things, that that person is rich and asking for the gallery, as his appearance were also telling that only, and paid for it in a copper coins. Means he was paying for that gallery seat in copper coins. Lashkov, is that you? Cried Sergei. Means Sergei was a little bit, as student, the common sense of Sergei was nice and good, as he was also caught him in the second time when Lashkov was telling lie, and this time also by the voice or by the appearance, Sergei find out that Lashkov, the person who is standing before is Lashkov only. So he asked from Lashkov, means the person who was standing before him, that are you Lashkov? Recognizing in a little man his former wood chopper. Means he was thinking that this was the person who used to chop the woods in his yard. How are you? Then he asked him that how are you? What are you doing? How is everything with you? Then he asked many questions at the point only, that how are you, what are you doing, and how is everything going on in its life. Then he replied, all right, I am a notary now and am paid 35 rubles a month. Then he said that everything is going well in his life, and now he had been like, what the job Sergei has given to him through his friend, now in that he has got promotion, and now he work as a notary. Okay, notary means advocate. Okay, now he is an advocate, and he is paid 35 rubles a month. Then thank heaven, that's fine. I am delighted for your sake. I am very, very glad, Lashkov. Then these are the words of Sergei, that he is very happy after knowing that he is very thankful to the God that this person who was on the wrong track now is on the right track, and he is very glad for Lashkov. You see, you are my godson. In a sense, I gave you a push along the right path, Then Sergei was taking the whole credit, that because of him only, the Lashkov is now rich person and advocate. Do you remember why he is taking the credit? Because he has shown the right path to move on. Then he said, do you remember what a roasting I gave you? I nearly had you sinking into the ground at my feet that day. Thank you, old man, for not forgetting my words. Then Sergei is very happy and telling that, do you remember that day how cruelly I have scolded you on that day, and I was not feeling good while after giving you work of wood chopping and all that, and that day his feet were sinking in, means going inside the ground, by saying that, and he is thank you to Lashkov that he had kept the words of the Sergei by not forgetting his words. Now Lashkov is saying, thank you too, said Lashkov. If I hadn't came to you then, I might still have been calling myself a teacher or a student to this day. Yes, by flying to your protection, I dragged myself out of a pit. Then Lashkov is also saying that, yes sir, I am also too thank you to you, that you have just pushed me out from that position where I was just lying, by saying that he is a teacher, or by saying that he is a student, from that day to this day. But because of him only, he is now by flying in your protection, means by in the protection, in the shed of Sergei only, he has dragged himself to the pit, myself out of that pit. Okay, means pit means gaddha. Okay, from that pit he has dragged himself out because of Sergei only. I am very glad indeed. He is saying, I am very thankful to you because of that. I can't forget, means the Sergei is saying that he can't forget his things what he has done for him. Then he is again thank you for your kind words and deeds. I am very grateful to you to your cook. Then he is also saying, the Lashkov is also saying that I am thank you towards you, but also towards the maid, means your cook. God bless that good and noble woman. You spoke finely then, and I shall be indebted to you to my dying day. But strictly speaking, it was your cook Olga who saved me. Then here the a thing was opened that the secret was opened that whose hand was behind Lashkov's success. That not the Sergei was the person who gave him push to do that or motivated him to do that. That only that good. He is saying that God bless that good and noble woman, and that noble woman is Olga, who just spoke finely to him and shall indebted to you to my dying day, and because of that only that those dying days were removed from his life. And then what happened? He strictly speaking means he strictly speaking it was your cook Olga who saved me. He's means with the good words he's saying that only and only the Olga was there who used to scold me and say hard words to me, and because of them only I am here. How is that? When I used to come to your house to chop wood, she used to begin, "Oh, you sought you, oh, you miserable creature, there's nothing for you but ruin." And then she would sit down opposite me and grow sad, look into my face and weep. So here Lashkov is telling that how Olga had helped him. That she used to sit in front of him, and after seeing him, he when he used to go, means the beggar used to go to the Sergei house to chop the woods, she used to start, means begin, means she used to start his words, "Oh, you sort," means habitual drunkard, strain means manner of speaking, departed means left or walked away. So she Olga used to say him habitual drunkard. Okay, you, oh you miserable creature means irritating creature. There's nothing for you but ruin means there is nothing for the beggar, means Olga used to say to the Lashkov that you are not having anything to spoil yourself. Like such a manner she used to scold him, and then she would sit down opposite me and grow sad. And for Lashkov, means in the sake of Lashkov, the Olga used to weep, okay, and look into my face. She used to look the face of beggar, this Lashkov, and she used to weep for him. She used to cry for him. "Oh, you unlucky man, there is no pleasure for you in this world, and there will be none in the world to come." He suggest him, or he make him understood that there is no pleasure for him in this world, and nobody is going to help him out. He is the person who will work hard and help himself. No other person is going to help him. "You drunkard, you will burn in hell. Oh, you unhappy one." And so she would cry on, and in that strain. So here Lashkov is saying that Olga used to call him drunkard, and he used to curse also by saying that he will burn in hell, and he will be unhappy like this if he'll do. And so she would cry, and after saying all these abused words, or cruel words, hard words, harsh words, you can say, after saying, she used to cry and cry a lot. That in that strain, means after listening and after watching all those things, that another person is crying for him only, means the Lashkov. He got understood that I can't tell you how much misery she suffered, means Olga suffered a lot due to this Lashkov. She feel a lot, she weep a lot. How many tears she shed for my sake. Lashkov is saying that because of me only that lady cried a lot. But the chief thing was chief thing means the but the main thing was she used to chop the woods for me, means after crying and after weeping in the sake of this beggar, the Lashkov, she used to chop the woods for him too. Do you know, sir, that I had not chopped one single stick of wood for you? She did it all. Why they saved me, why I changed, why I stopped drinking at the sight of her, I cannot explain. I only know that, owing to her words and noble deeds, a change took place in my heart. She set me right, and I shall never forget it. However, it is time to go now. There goes the bell. Lashkov bowed and departed to the gallery. And then what happened? He explained that after telling so many cruel words, she used to weep for him after watching his face, or while watching his face, she used to weep and cry for his sake, that what will happen in his future and how he will be happy. He is the only unhappy person in this universe. By this, she used to weep. And after that, the most chief thing, means the most main thing which inspired, which motivated Lashkov, or which make him changed, was that she used to chop the woods for him. He make recognize that work. He said to the things what actually happens in the yard. Lashkov say that, sir, to Sergei he say that, sir, he never used to cut, or he never chop any wood, a single stick also in his yard for him. That was Olga only who used to chop the woods for him, and that was the thing why he was changed and why he had been stopped drinking. He was also not knowing that why he has done all those things, but he has done in sake of the grief what the Olga was feeling because of Lashkov. Okay, and those noble words, those owing to her, by owing to the words of that lady and noble deeds, a change took place in his heart, and because he means the Lashkov, he cannot forget what the words make the magic in his life. Okay, and he never forget those words. And now the bell was rang of that theater of starting of that movie, and he just moved on by bowing up his head, and he departed to the gallery seat. So what we got to know in this story, students, that the Olga was the kind lady who was having hand in changing the life of that beggar by the words, or by weeping, or by thinking, or by doing something good, okay, in sake of that alcoholic person. And because of that only Lashkov changes. We can say that Sergei was also having hand by showing the path for both the people. He was thankful. Okay, I hope you have understood this chapter, students. If any doubt is there, you can ask, and some questions I have given to you all here, you will do in your copies. Thank you very much.